Hello from Slide Nerd and hello from Waves. If you guys have been seeing my previous videos, I've talked about what is a class, what is an object. Here, I'm gonna go more practical and tell you guys how to make a class in Java. So let's get started. We have a problem now, finding an area of a circle. We wanna use object-oriented programming, or you can say classes and objects to solve this problem. So how do we do that? Very simple. First, this is some circle we want to find the area of this circle. So the first step is to bring this in the form of an object in Java program. So what do you do to make an object of a circle? Very simple. Ask yourself two questions. What does a circle have? Which is nothing but nouns or properties about that circle. And what does a circle do? Now if you guys remember, every circle has a radius, diameter, circumference, perimeter, area, and probably some other properties. Now we need to find the area of a circle. If you guys remember, the area of a circle is given by pi r square, which is nothing but your pi into r, right? So what we are interested in is the radius over here. If we know the radius, we know the area, right? So this is what we are going to consider for making an object of the circle. So what is the difference between a class and an object? Very simple. A class is nothing but a drawing on a piece of paper which shows how the thing will look like. An object is nothing but a real world existing, running, working entity that actually obeys the drawing inside your paper, right? Now if you take a look over here, this is the real world Lamborghini car we have, and this is just a drawing of the car. The drawing becomes the class, and these real world entities out here become objects. So what does that mean in Java? Very simple. If you notice here, this has color yellow, this has color green, but the property color itself is defined here inside the drawing class. A class defines the blueprint for a set of objects of the same type. An object, each one is a real world object. It has properties and actions that we have been discussing over the last two videos. So every time you create a class, you're actually creating a drawing over here, and every time you create an object, you're actually bringing something into the real world and making it work. Remember that one very importantly, making it work. So creating a class. So the first step, we have the circle. We want to find its area. The first step is to define in Java what a circle is. Java doesn't know what a circle is, right? So we have to create a blueprint, or you can say we have to create a class. So what we are gonna do, this is the syntax for creating classes which you see in the books. Now I'm not gonna talk about the syntax here because I follow a different approach than the books over here. The first step, if you guys remember, for creating the area pi r square, we are interested in the radius. So I'm gonna take this radius. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna make a variable called radius that is gonna store values like 3.5, 4.6, etc. right? So since we are storing values like 3.5, 4.6, the type of this variable radius should be either float or double, and this a semicolon is followed by this, and then I create something called class space circle and open and close brackets. So by this, what I'm doing is I'm creating a blueprint for a circle, and I'm saying that this is something called circle. It has something called radius. That's all I'm doing. Remember, I have not made a real working circle that we can use right now. So here, so far, I have defined what a circle is. I have not exactly created a circle so that I can use it to find its area. Remember, so every object will have a different value for this radius over here. But of course, you can have two circles of radius 3.5, which means there can be two objects that have the same value for this radius over here. So now that I have defined what a circle is by saying that circle is something that contains a radius, it's time to actually make the circle that I want so that I can find its area. To make the circle, I say circle space C. This is the same way as saying int space I. Now when you say int space I, if you guys remember, some memory is created inside the RAM so that you can store the value of I. But when you say circle space C, memory has not been created yet. In Java, for all the custom types that you create using a class, you have to use a special word called new to create memory. So I'm gonna say something like this: circle space C equals to new space circle, and then open and close brackets. At this point, memory is created for storing the value of radius inside my RAM. This is how the part about creating objects works. So whenever you want to create an object, remember, where I have written C over here, you can write anything because it is the name of a variable. You can have int space big, int space small. The same way you can have circle space my circle, your circle, blah blah blah. All right, and then I simply say new circle to create the memory over here. So in this video, I have shown you guys what is the class, what is an object, and how to create an object. In the next video, we are gonna go to NetBeans and see exactly how to make this and how to actually find the area of a circle. In the meantime, if you guys like what you saw, please subscribe to my channel, comment, let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear from you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next vid. Have a nice day.